Hey there. All right, let's take a look at some eighth notes. Okay, so down here you see you have quarter notes, right? You just have the stem with the colored in note head. You know these get one beat, okay? So it would be one, two, three, four. If you sang that with, say, a ma, it would be ma, 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 okay? Ma, 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 ma. There, your quarter note is going on the beat with each beat, okay? Up here you have eighth notes. Now you have a half a beat for each note, okay? So it's one and two and three and four. And if we were going to sing that with ma, it would be ma, 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 ma. Okay? So you're getting two notes for each beat now. Okay? Because the eighth notes are worth a half a beat. Okay? If you're going to, this is just another way if you can see it more closely here. One and two and three and four and, okay? Now, if you have I know often in music you see the dotted quarter note, okay? So whenever you add a dot to a note, it adds half of the original value of that note. So in other words, the original value of this note was one beat, it was a quarter note. When you add the dot, it adds another half a beat. So now you have 1.5 beats. And then here you have this eighth note, which gets a half a beat. So the way that you count this, the one falls right when you hit the note. The two falls in the middle here, and then you have the and, which the eighth note falls on. It falls on the and of two. So it goes, I'll count it out, it'd be like da, 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 da. Okay, because these are quarter notes over here. So you have da, 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 da. Okay, this eighth note is falling between the second beat and the third beat. The third beat is where this quarter note over here falls. This eighth note is falling between beats 2 and 3. Ma, 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 ma. Okay? That's how that's counted. Here you see in this example, they didn't write a time signature, but they have a quarter note, an eighth rest. That's what an eighth rest looks like. It just means there's silence. You have an eighth note, you have a quarter note, then you have some eighth notes, an eighth rest, and a couple more quarter notes over here. So the way that this one would be counted would be da, da, rest, da, 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 rest, da, da. Okay? So that one's a little more complicated, but you see, a mix of notes there. All right, so that's kind of an introduction to eighth notes for you. Just keeping in mind, remember, a dot adds half of the original value, okay? Keeping that in mind that the dot adds half of the original value, which means that if you had a dotted half note, remember, is the one that's not colored in. The note head's not colored in, but it does have a stem. And if you have a dot after that, so a half note is 2 beats, and you add half of the original value, which is 1, now you'd have 3 beats, okay? So just some stuff to keep in mind there, and we will continue moving along. Thank you.